Hi there, my name's John Stevens, pastor of Zion Lutheran in Oregon City, Oregon, and we're part of the ELCA, and welcome to Dollar Store Children's Sermons, where we take a look at the lectionary text and we tie him to an item from the Dollar Tree. This is for the narrative lectionary, and we're looking still in Matthew, the 14th chapter, and this gospel lesson, this text, has so much stuff going on. I mean, it is like an action movie. It is packed full of things. And so there's two directions I'm going here. One is that there's so much stuff going on in this text that I can miss the first verse, and that first verse is that Jesus withdraws. It's right after when Jesus hears about John the Baptist's death, and Jesus withdraws to be by himself. And I think that's important, that right before all of this stuff happens, Jesus pulls back, and we don't know what happens there, but usually when Jesus pulls back and withdraws by himself, it's so he can pray. It's so more than just collect himself. And it seems important that that's right before all of these things. And then for the next portion of the text, we've got so much stuff going on. Just one miracle after another miracle, and it's pretty neat. I mean, it's like jam-packed. It's an action film. I mean, stuff is going on. So when I look through all of this stuff, because each one of those, you could probably pick a point and do children's sermon out of this and a children's sermon out of that. The one thing about all of this that I'm reminded, and so the two items I would use, I'm jumping back and forth, the two items I would use, one is either a stuffed animal or a blanket for that first part about resting, if you wanted to focus on that. The other, for the rest of the text, if I was going to focus on that direction, I was going to use a remote control. You can find remote controls. They used to have them at the Dollar Tree. I haven't looked, so I don't know if they've got them there, but you've got a remote at home for something. And one of the perfect dad jokes or bad jokes about a remote control is that I bought a universal remote and I thought, oh, this will change everything. It's really bad. But the idea that in this text, the one thing I see interwoven through it all is that God is in control. All of these things that are happening, ultimately God is in control through Jesus Christ. That we've got the feeding of the 5,000, we've got the calming of the storm, we've got all of that stuff happening, Jesus saving Peter, all of these things. God is in control. And that is an important message to hear as things in our lives get pulled one way or the other, to remember that ultimately God is in control. So that's where I'm going with this. I hope this can be a springboard for your own thinking. And as always, thanks for stopping by, and I hope you have a fantastic week.